Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here at week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Completed over the middle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lone back gets the handoff. And he drives it up past the 45. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They're going for this. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers take over as he records the 40th interception of his career. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Young on the play action. His first throw is an interception. And the Saints are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Give now to the running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Young to throw here on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Play action on 1st down. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action now, Young. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll run here on first down. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. We have an injured player down there. Looks like it's a member of the Panthers in some discomfort. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now off play action. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we're looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense, and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
On third down, it's Young. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the pistol, it's Young. And that's going to be batted away, incomplete. So pretty hum-hum way to wrap up our first quarter.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Young to throw it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pull that in front further, 13-zip. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play, because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. He gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So second down coming up.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. We don't expect to see many of those drops.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right. He's got it at the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 2-score game early. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this forward to the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another carry for him. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
QB sneak coming. And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Young on 1st and 10. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Saints grab it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Throwing now, following the turnover. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They send the tight end in motion left. Young on 3rd and goal. Buys time, rolling run. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers grow their lead off the turnover. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. Hits him on the out route. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big...
Oh, no, they get him yet again. it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick six. Complete out to the right side. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Saints with 2nd and 6. From the 34. Completed to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Throwing it again here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second and 10 now. He's trying another one deep. This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints chop some of the lead off before the half. That one right down the middle. And the Saints get it back to a 14-point game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Play action now. Young. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throwaway.
This is Walker on second. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. On target to Jackson. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
On 3rd down, it's Young. On the move, headed right. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Into traffic, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Young to throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And and he's going to go. It's a pick six. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six a multiple? Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Young throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 from the 41. Motioning left is their running back. From the pistol, it's Young. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Young on the play action. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for him here. He lofts it deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. They're going play action. And a man is there to knock that away. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often, right off the jump, if you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Out of the gun, Young. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising, quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Saints will get set to take over. First down, ball at the 36. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5. From the 41. Flushed out of the pocket. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock. But that throw, well, didn't work out the way his earlier targets have.
It kind of felt like you could see that from the booth. This defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball.
Yeah.
A whole lot more active in their coverage, and somebody was ready to finally separate the football when it arrived.
It's a New Orleans touchdown! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints tie us up 28-all. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to Walker from the gun. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Young on 1st and 10. Complete to Mims. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Young working from the gun. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on first down. Young. Cut out left. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take the lead as time runs out here in the third. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. So we're through 3 here. And they'll continue adding to their lead. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. And they pick him off again. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action now, Young. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Young to throw here on 3rd. Put the body on the line for his team. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Young on 3rd and goal. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. They're going for it, Young. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 3. Escapes his grasp. And they're all over him. He goes down. A flag goes down as well, though. Let's wait and see which side this is on. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it, too. That one was on their defense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He's going to throw this one. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Back now, pressure on its way. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They go play action on 1st. Still on his feet. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Desperation time here on fourth. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Panthers will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Jukes one defender, and he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. He rolls to his right. A bit of desperation on this thing. Big gain downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.